8 o'clock. Wednesday, favorite time. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Here we are. Let's begin our practice with the seated posture. Cross your legs, rest your hands on your knee. Lengthen your spine, lift your heart, and drop your eyelid. Gradually bring your attention back to your breath. Breath flows in, filling. Breath flows out, empty. Bring your attention at the roots of your tongue. Relaxed. Notice the moisture in your tongue. Food in the belly and the floor underneath. Space above. Notice the temperature of the room. Now to this all awareness, let's begin this practice with 3 Om. Take a deep breath in through the nostril. Open mouth, HA. One more time. This time, Om. Bow down in front of you towards the ground. Relax your entire body. Feel your spine. Relax your facial muscles. Welcome the gravity in your body. As you inhale, back to center. Each breath in, reach your arms over your head. Each breath out, hands to heart, around your back, tuck your chin. Breathing in, arching, looking up. And when you breathe out, hands to heart. Reaching up. Little deeper breath. Little slower, mindful breath.
मेरो मात्र हो कि अरूमा नि हो?
This time reaching all the way up high. And then one hand's on the side, other arms over, and circling this upper arms. We are trying to awake every part of our limbs, body, gradual warming up, so that when we find our peak poses, like a standing up poses, our entire body is ready. Reverse the direction.
फेरि भिडियो गयो लक्ष्मण सर
Now to the center, reaching up, even looking up. Noticing the differences in your body, awaken. As you exhale, other side, welcome.
लक्ष्मण सर भिडियो चाहिँ अहिले फेरि देखिएन
And then circling arms around.
म्युट मा हुनुहुन्छ जस्तो छ सुरेशजी
अलि सुन्नुहुन्छ कि
भिडियो आएको छैन मेसेज गर्नु न नभए एकचोटि
त्यो अस्ति र यस्तो प्रब्लम भएको थिएन त्यो युट्युबका त गएर हो क्या
होइन युट्युबको त त्यस्तो
तैँले त डिस्टर्ब गरेन
मैले ओके
अहिले आयो दर्शक
Reverse the direction.
त्यही त ल
And then to the center, reaching up high. Spinal twist, seated, a simple spinal twist. Each exhalation, try to twist more. Noticing any part of your vertebrae is tired or complaining. With the deep breath, try to breathe into the twist. Back to the center, hands up high, reaching all the way up. And then other side is spinal twist. As you inhale, back to the center, hands up high, reaching up, and then bow down in front of you. I bow to the divinity. I bow to the gravity. And slowly back, sit up tall. Next step, inhaling, reaching up, arms up, engage your belly. As you exhale, one by one, both hands down and draw a big circle in front of you. And align your spine, reaching up. That was one round. Continue 2 more rounds. Slow, deep breath. And try to feel your entire body. Find any part of your body you like to stretch with modifying. Now opposite direction, 3 rounds. 3 is a good number. Odd number. Hands to heart. Next step, hands and knees. 4 hands. Both hands under your shoulder. And both knees under your hip. Spread the fingers, press your middle palms. Equal weight on 4. Then inhaling to cow stretch. Go asana. into Vidala Marjarasana. Chin up, happy cow, happy spine, chin tuck, awakened cat. Big belly, breathe into and squeeze your belly. Tailbone tilting up when you look up. Tuck the tailbone when you look down. With the arching of the spine in both directions, massaging the internal organs in your belly area. Tuck the toes in into downward facing dog pose. Looking at the toes, paddling, bending one knee at a time, shifting weight on your left, on your right. Downward dog, take the dog to the walk by paddling. Shaking and nodding head, relaxing neck and shoulders. Ready? Inhale to high plank, flat your back, hold for one breath. Breathe in deeply. As you exhale, downward facing dog pose. Make sure you're pressing your middle palms and all the knuckles of the fingers. Safety for the wrist. Inhale for high plank. Exhaling to low. As you inhale, rising from there, chin, chest up. And then hands and knees to downward facing dog pose. Shaking head and nodding head again. Rest your knees on the floor. Inhaling to cow stretch. Exhaling to cat. Open your knees at least hip distance apart and then kneeling, standing on your knee and swing shoulders, arms. Movement of the shoulders like a backward swimming. Gently backward bending, arching. Engage the core, expand your chest. Opposite direction. We are preparing for our Ustrasana, camel pose. Now, sweep your hands behind, around the back. Sweep your arms up and chin up too. Cactus opening arms out. Excellent. One more time. Sweeping back. Sweeping up. Opening arms out. Last time on your own. This time bring your hands out. Rest your hands on your back, lower back. And then with the supported by hands, find some wonderful stretch. Gradually, slowly return into Balasana, child pose. Meditate on the sensation. Meditate on your breath. Now, slowly return. Hands and knees to downward facing dog pose. Press the heels on the mat, one at a time or both at once. As if you are a mountain, your hip is the top of the mountain. Mountain pose, Parvatasana, or downward facing dog pose. Right leg up high over the hip, lifting up tall, and then bend your upper knee, right knee. Find some stretch of the hip, as if downward dog and three-legged dog, and dog is about to pee. And then back to paddling. Now other side, left leg up high over the hip. Straight your both knees as much as possible, and then bend your upper knee down, left knee. Open hip, hip stretch, hip opening. Imagine your knee is pointing towards the ceiling. And then slowly back to paddling. Rest your knees on the floor. Inhaling to cow stretch, go. Exhaling to cat, bidal. Looking behind through the left shoulder so that you can see your both heels. And looking through the right shoulder, same. Once more, looking through the left. And then looking through the right. This time, right hands under your nose in the middle of the mat. And other arms over your head, spinal twist. Look up, look down, looking up and looking down. Movement of your neck, thoracic spine. As you exhale, scoop the upper body on top of the mat, resting shoulder and head down. Find some couple of breaths there. Notice where the twist you can feel. All the chakras in your spine, they're all spiral twist. All the 26 vertebrae, they're all being stretched and twisted. As you inhale, now return. Press your hands both equally. Movement of your backbone to find some neutral and ease. Now other side, other arms up high, reaching up. Make sure the left hand is in the middle of the mat, under head. Neck movement so that no tension. As you exhale, scoop the upper arms under your body, rest on the floor. Your breath is your best friend. Listen. Spend some time. As you inhale, slowly return. Hands and knees. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Into downward facing dog pose. Chaturanga Vinyasa, high plank, engage your core. Lower your body halfway, rising from there, upward facing to downward facing dog. Your feet are hip distance apart and you can see the toes clearly. Right leg up high over the hip. With the momentum, step forward, swing it in front of you, place it in between your hands, and then sweeping hands behind, sweeping arms up, low lunge. Opening gently, looking up. Hands down on the mat, either side of the foot. Let's return to downward dog. By pedaling, notice the sensation between two legs, differences. Inhaling for high plank, knees on the floor, chin and chest on the floor. Sastanga. Now lie down on the floor totally. Press your hands gradually, lift your upper body slowly, up, see how high your lower back naturally helps. That much. And then hands and knees to child pose. Through the child pose, downward facing dog pose. This sequence known as Vinyasa sequence. Let's do the left leg now. Up high over the hip with the momentum. Step forward. So spontaneity, like continuous flow. And give the weight to your feet and sweeping hands behind. And sweeping arms up high. The lunge can be high, low, middle to find the arch of the back, stretch of the underarms. Widely open your arms out. Hands down. Return to downward facing. Breathe. Catch your breath in downward dog. Chaturanga or Sastanga. Sastanga means you rest your knee, lowering, highering, and then downward facing. Walk your hands towards your feet at the back of your yoga mat, not in the front, back of your yoga mat, standing forward fold. Your hands are free. You can rotate your wrist. You can sway your arms, entire weight on your legs and equal weight on both. You can slightly bend your knees and relax your lower back more. You can stretch your legs and find stretch some more. Happy toes, happy fingers, happy breath. Inhaling halfway, look up. Ardha Uttana, flat your back. Exhaling, fold. Roll up, slowly bending knee gently. Curl up, stand up. Tall, tall as a mountain pose. Palms facing out. Close your eyes, pull your head back a little bit. Adha Asana. Be still like a statue. Right now, our body is still, but within the body, nothing is still. Blood is flowing. Heart is beating. Breath is moving. And so on. All right, open your eyes, sway your arms side to side. Moving your arms, releasing any stillness. Sun salutation. Let's salute the source of our life, source of our life force, source of energy in this solar system. Inhale, reaching arms up, look up. As you exhale, open your arms, stretch the solar plexus, and then swan dive down. Inhaling halfway, look up, flat your back. Exhaling, full fold. Walk your hands away from your feet in front of your mat to find a plank. Hold for one breath. Don't hesitate to breathe deeply. Lower your body. Rise your upper body. And then meeting in downward facing dog pose. Walk your feet towards your hands. In between your hands, standing halfway, look up, lift your heart. Exhaling, full fold. Reverse the dive, reaching up, and gentle backward bending. Hands to heart. I bow to the sun, which is 1,000,000 miles away from here. Second round, arms up, engage your belly. Looking up towards the fingertips, and then swan dive, tuck your chin, looking towards the toe tips. Hands down, meeting hands and feet. Inhaling, halfway look up. Exhale, left leg behind, back on the mat, fingertips on the floor. You are not giving the weight on your hands yet. In a chaturanga comes in the hands weight. If you can lift entire weight on your legs, that's the wonderful idea. Sweeping hands behind, sweeping arms up, looking up towards the fingertips. Widely open your arms out, hands down, gaze down to downward facing dog, looking at the toes. In the lunge, you were looking up, now you're looking down. The gaze is shifted, hands to feet, feet to hands. Inhale, chaturanga, gaze on your hands, lower your body, and then upward facing dog, you gaze towards the ceiling so that your neck gets stretched, hands and knees, and then child pose. As long as you need this child pose to rejuvenate your body, to restore the energy and restore from exhaustion. Very quick way to energize the body in child pose. Anytime in yoga class, anytime you needed extra love and care, just go to child pose. Now, let's go and resume our sun salutations. Hands and knees to downward facing dog. Left leg up high over the hip, stretching tall, and step forward. That momentum help you actually to step in between your hands. Let's try one more time. Same left leg behind, up in the air, and step forward. See, that help you. If you find a rhythm and momentum, it's easily you can step in. Otherwise, you can find a little scoop and hands and foot are parallel. Sweep your hands behind, sweeping arms up high. Gazing up and widely open your arms out. Gaze down. And then bring the back leg to the front. Standing forward fold. Check in with your nail. Maybe you need to cut your nails or polish. Inhaling, halfway look up. Exhaling, release. Bend your knees slightly and arms out. Stand up easily. Reaching up, gentle backward bend. Hands to heart, where the home is. Classical sun salutation we did. Now let's do the sun salutation B. Hands on the side. Inhale, reaching arms up, Urdhva Hasta Asana. Look up. Gentle backward bending. Widely open your arms up. Here, bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee more into chair pose. Hands until your hands touches on the floor. This is the ideal lower we are like trying to find, so that gluteus engages, your back engages, arches, thighs, and entire lower body is totally engaging. Now sweep your hands behind and sweep your arms up. Chair pose. Easy on your neck and shoulder. Straight your knee, gently open your arms to swan dive. There you go. We are doing sun salutation B. Inhaling halfway, look up. Lift your heart. We have two options, either hop back or walk back to find a plank. After here, move on. Low or all the way lower, or hanging halfway, or lifting all the way upper body, and then gradually downward facing dog pose. Remember, you are here on the mat to take care of yourself. It's a wonderful way, self-care, yoga. To take care of yourself is a first responsibility, because you owe to the body. You owe to the body some stretches, some breath. Right leg up in the air towards the sky, and step forward in front of you. Reaching hands all the way up high, high lunge. In downward facing dog, your heads and hands were on the mat. Your hands were on the mat, head was lower than heart. Now, just reverse it. Widely open your arms out, hands on the floor, moving back. In sun salutation, you flow. You flow like a minute to minute, second to second. Inhaling for high plank, low plank, rising from there, and moving to downward dog. Let's wait for everyone in downward dog, so everyone is catching their breath. When we are all together, let's continue the journey. Left leg up high over the hip. Step forward in between your hands. Reaching your arms up high. Arching your back, look up. And widely opening arms out. Hands down to the ground. Meeting in downward facing dog pose. This is our sun salutation B. Inhale for high plank. Knee, chest, chin, sastanga. This is the options. Or you can do chaturanga. Rising from there easily. And let's meet in downward facing dog pose. Connect to your body. In the body, there are inner net. All the nervous system, nerves, every part of your muscles and bones, connected with the inner net. When we are disconnected through the internet, it's hard to practice virtual class. Same way, when you are not connected through your inner net, the network of nervous system. Walk your feet or hop in between your hands, two options to find a standing forward fold. Rotating wrist or swaying arms. This kind of detour, little break, little movement, little mindfulness. Bend your knees and sweep your hands behind the chair pose. Bend your knees, keep bending your knees, hands up high. Utkata asana. Straight your knees, gentle open your heart, and then hands to heart. That is That was sun salutation. B. All this gradual movement, all this systematic sequences the body went through. Anatomically, very aligned pose. Every animal, including social animal, we have our own anatomy. In that anatomy, which kind of movement, how you sit, how you stand, how you lay down, how you spend most of the time, awake time or sleep time, they are all determined. This is the best way to walk around, stand around, how you can let the internal organs, including heart and brain, and let them work. They work their best, but you are not allowing because of the posture is incorrect, the food is incorrect, and so on. So when you come to yoga mat, you just realize something, that your true inner wisdom comes out. All right, let's do the breathing exercise here. Your feet are yoga mat apart. Inhaling, hands up high. As you exhale, bend your knee as if you're going to sit on a chair and sweeping back. In that time, you breathe out through the mouth, right? In, in through the nose, out through the mouth. At the end of inhalation, arch your back and last one. And then release. Swing arms side to side. The energy is flowing and overflowing in your body. Every movement of your body changes the direction of the energy. That systematic, skillful movement is yoga. Yoga karma shu kaushalam. Karma means action and reaction. Now open your legs apart from each other, as wide as. When you bring your hands out, from this fingertips to the other fingertips, other hands, this is the height of your body. So, if you can spread your legs wider, toe pointing a little bit in, heels pointing out, palms facing up, chin lifting, expanding your rib cage, engage your belly, push your hip a little forward, heart a little floating upward. If your neck allows you, chin up. You are in the state where you can fall any minute. Five-point star pose or Nakshatra Asana. Nakshatra is the stars which are close to us and impact our emotions. Those are 27 nakshatras. Most are direct impacting our physical and mental emotional body. Nakshatra Asana. As imagine you are floating like stars in the sky. Now bring your hands behind, interlacing your hands. Hold, stretch. Let's rotate our head. Opposite direction rotation. Inhale, stretching your collarbone. Exhaling, fold. Step by step, fold down. Modification, you can rest your hands on the mat. Modification, you can lift your head halfway up. Lots of modification. You can open your legs more. Only one thing you want to know, am I doing right? Am I doing the good? And not postures that Laxman is telling. If you can clap your hands, that means your legs are supporting your body well. And you're safe. And you can rest the forearms, you can rest your hands, even you can even rest your head. Whatever your natural approach is, go with it. Be natural, connect to your native language, native breath, native food. One hand's down on the mat, other hand's up high, spinal twist. Spiral twist of the spine is needed for your joints. Yoga is a holistic practice, whole body practice, mind, body, intellect. Now hands down, halfway look up. And then other side. One hand's down, other hand's up high. Do your best to lift that upper arms 90 degrees up. As you exhale, back to ground. Inhaling, halfway look up. And then walk your feet closer, closer. Feet together. Inhaling, halfway look up, lift your heart. Exhaling, fold. Swaying arms side to side in your forward fold. Shaking and nodding head. Ease your upper body. Easy breath. Bend your knees and sitting into tiptoe bird pose. Sitting into tiptoe. So the backbone is straight now. Knees and the hips are parallel, hands resting on the knee or on the side. Try to find this rooster asana, kukut asana. Inhaling, reaching arms up high. Now exhaling, open your knees, resting into frog. Manduka asana. Make sure your feet a little bit opening makes sense to you or bringing closer. Helpful for you. Bring that. The way the knees and hips, body, similar, not exactly identical, similar to the frog. And then slowly, gently bring your knees together. And then return to tiptoe, bird pose, as if the bird is sitting on the branch and in the windy, and then the branch is shaking, and it's like a very balanced on top of the tree, imagine. Inhaling, arms up high, and then side stretch. Have you ever seen a bird bathing in the puddle after the rain stopped? something like that. Side crow is known as it. You can shift the weight a little bit on your hands, or keep the 50% weight on your hands and 50% weight on your leg, or you can do it in 100% totally. You can find the stretch as you desire. Whenever you're ready, let's come back to the seated. This is a crow pose. Now reaching arms up high. Side crow, other side. This time yoga is all about balance. Balance your left and right. Shifting weight slowly, gradually, and you can just keep coming back. Until you're ready, you just prepare. When the readiness comes, you are swept away with that practice. Wait. Slowly come back, reaching up. Now, hands to feet, head towards the knees, folding, swaying arms side to side. All the weight we were putting on our arms, and we make sure your arms and wrists are safe. Reverse the swan dive, reaching up tall, all the way up. Hands to heart. We did it. Now balancing pose. Inhale, reaching arms over your head. Exhaling, hug your left knee up. Hug it so well so that it squeezes the internal organs, the kidneys. Whenever you hug your legs, make sure your backbone is straight and erect. If the backbone is round and you're hugging, there's too much pressure on your lower back. So keep it straight. Same leg, grab the foot, and bring your heels behind your buttock. Knee dropping down. Other hands up high. Nata Raja Asana. Kick your heels away from you. Push your heels away from your buttock. And then gently bow so that you can find a better stretch of the hip. And then arch. Because your heel is away, pulling, so that you find the stretch of the collarbone too. Slowly releasing. Let go. Shake it out. Nataraj Asana. After we do one side, before we go to other side, notice, collect memory, all that happening in your body. Now, other side, arms up high. And then bring your knee, other knee this time, hugging. Same way, keep the squeeze, keep the knee a little higher. Do not let your hip swing. Engage your hip, also engage your core, expand your rib cage. Now, grab your foot, bring it behind, other hands up high, and then slowly. It's called Nata Raja. Nata means dancer, Raja means king. The lord of the dancer pose. The king of the dancer, the best dancer. The best dancer pose. Who is the best dancer? According to Indian mythology, Shiva is the best dancer. Slowly, let go of this side. And open your legs apart while we are standing. Last pose for standing posture before we move up. Open your legs up, open your arms up. We did the starfish pose last time. Here, left hands touch your right foot. Left hand is touching right foot, or in the somewhere close to right foot, and then twisting spine. It's a triangle pose, but the revolve triangle pose. If you like to come back again to the star pose. And then right hands reach into the left leg. And then find switch. Revolve triangle. Slowly back to center. Now both hands touching the respective sides of the leg, holding wherever you reach, big toe, ankle, shin, wherever you naturally grab. Prasarita Padottana Asana. Inhaling halfway, look up. As you exhale, fold. Now, walk your heel, toe closer to the center of your mat. Find some wonderful. Each vertebrae at a time, roll up, turn up. And then gently sit down and go. Wow, that's a good stretch. Butterfly. Shitali Asana. Side to side, shifting weight. Let's do a diamond pose from here. Feet a little bit far from you, as if you had created a diamond shape size. Your two feet are together like a namaste, and your hands are gonna hold the feet by folding a little bit. Arch your back here, lengthen the spine, and then those knees are naturally floated there, stretches there. Make sure your hip is feel safe. Equal weight on your sitting bone, and slowly, gradually fold. Your head rests on it. Your elbows are pointing out. Your knees are also out. Your head, hands, and heels in the same place, almost. So that's called Satkona Asana. Shat means 6. Sasti, 6. Kona means angle, 6 angle, like a 6-point star. Slowly rise back, sit up tall. Bring your hands underneath your knees, bring them together. Open your feet at almost yoga mat apart, or one hand apart. Hands behind on the floor, dropping to the side, and then to the other side. Keep moving side to side. Keep switching. When you drop your both knees to one side, look around, find some more. Whenever you're ready, other side. Keep repeating the sequence. All right, now our body is ready. Straight the legs. And then find your sitting bone again. Flex your ankle. Flex your ankle, straight your knees. Inhaling, arms up. Reach the top. As you exhale, fold. Out, fold. all the nerves in your spine. Deserve to some stretch. And this stretch is called Paschima Uttana Asana. Back, Paschima, Ut extension, Tana, stretching. Back, extension and stretching, seated forward fold pose. With a deep breath, breathe into the corner of your lungs. Inhaling, reaching arms all the way up high, 90-degree tall, over the head. Widely open arms out. Hands on the floor behind, finger pointing away from you, toe also pointing away. And then you can stay there or do the counter pose, upward, upside plank. Purva Uttana Asana. Front part of the body, stretching pose. Slowly return. Bend one of your knee. Let's say the left leg bending. Find your sitting bone. Place your left hand on top of the left knee. And hold the right toe, big toe, by your left knee, left hand to the right. Or you can hold your heels, whatever works for you. Other hands is behind on the mat. Now lift your entire buttock off the ground. If that's a little challenging, lift the leg up high. You can even massage your glutes, massage your sciatica by rolling back and forth, or find that engagement lifting. Notice the twist of the spine, and your own leg is helping your own hands, and your hip blade and shoulder blades both are being like a twisted. Slowly release and shift the leg. Bas release. Bend your other legs, which is right, bending, right knee. And on top of the right knee, place your right hand. With the peace finger, grab the big toe, or heels, or leg, whatever works for you. Hands is behind, support it. Then lift the body. You can modify by resting bottom, lifting, or being massaging. You can modify by holding by both hands. You can modify by lifting bottom off the ground. These are all modifications. That's why practice mindfully, practice be creative, creative energy, creative consciousness. Slowly let go this side and both legs. We did the diamond pose. Now we're going to bring the bound angle. Join your both feet together and shifting weight to the side, side, side. And then bring your heels closer to the hip. More and more, closer. Join them together, and then finding a sitting bone, not the tailbone, tall. Your knees are open out, inner thigh is stretching. Now hands also open out, interlace, and the collarbone is stretching, lifting tall. You can just stay here. Maybe you got already good stretch so that you are mindful of it. Or you want to find more deeper stretch, then fold forward and bow down. Slowly come back, arise. Reaching hands up high, hands to heart. Bring one of your knee by hands, lifting and dropping to the side. Spinal twist, little bit ease. Or spinal twist more and more. Even you can even bow down on the floor. Invitation to come back, return, and then let's switch on the other side. Spinal twist to this way. Bowing down. And then rising. Crisscross applesauce. One breathing exercise here. Rest your hands on your knee, sitting nice and tall. Because we need oxygen, we need energy. As soon as you are moving in the postures, you're burning calories. So let's bring the energy back to the body and let's walk, breath walk. Kapalabhati pranayam. Kapalabhati, the breath of fire in English. So breathing out through the nostril, relax your jaw, close lips, relaxing shoulders. You're gonna breathe out like mentally you can say 2, 2, 2, 2, like 2, number 2. So same way, you're gonna mentally say number 2, but breathing out through the nostril in a forcefully when you say 2, the way that breath goes out, same way through the nostril goes that way. So let's continue for 2 minutes. Take a deep breath in and exhale completely. One more time. This time, take a deep breath in, fill your lungs. Hold your breath in, tuck your chin, engage your belly. Hold the breath as much as possible. Well, whenever you're ready, two more times, deep breath in and out, and then retention, holding the breath in your lungs for a long time. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath in. Make sure you squeeze your belly while you're holding. Tuck your chin while you're holding. Relax your shoulders. Before you exhaust, release your breath. Couple of breaths in and out easily. Now we're going to do reclining pose. Straight your legs on the mat. And then lift your legs up high, like a boat pose. Row your boat, a little bit of core exercise. If you're rowing boat, here out of your mat, legs out of your mat, so that you can find a rhythm. When was the last time you went to kayaking, paddle boat, something? Or imagine those days you have been there. Keep paddling. Now slowly lie down on your back, hug your knees. Give it a nice squeeze. Massage your back by rolling left and right. Now press your hands on the mat. You have two options, either legs up like this or lifting all the way up. Find your posture, either Uttana Padma or Sarvanga, shoulder stand. Playfulness, mindfulness, maybe sway legs around or bicycling. Whenever you're ready, move on to plow pose, Al Asana. Slowly coming back to the mat. Straight your legs on the floor. Excuse me. And straight your hands. Hands on the mat. Press your elbow on the floor. Lift your heart, arch your back. So tunnel under your back. Tunnel. You press your head, press your tailbone on the floor, and then arch your back. Matsya Asana. And slowly come back. Hug your knees by both hands, by your both arms, by both arms to your both knees, and then rock again side to side. Now, Drop your both knees to the side. And then arms out. Spinal twist. Reclining spinal twist. Jatara Parivritta Asana. Bring your both knees back to the center, hugging by your both arms. And then widely open your arms out and drop the knees to the other side. Breathe wild or serene. Whatever the breath comes, allow your breath independent. Bring your knees back to the center. And then hug by your both arms again. Now Shavasana. Straight your legs. Yoga mat apart. Straight your hands on the side of the body as wide as comfortable. Palms facing up, toes rolling out, and easy neck and shoulders. Find in a comfortable posture and surrender your body, muscles, energy. Melt in the earth. Soften natural breath. Relax your roots of your tongue. Relax your entire facial muscles. Observation is the nature of your true self. Observing the movement of the breath throughout the body. Just relax. It's okay. Totally relax. Return to your body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Return to your breath with the deep breath in and out. Reaching arms over your head. Little stretch. Little twist, bend your knees. And little stretch. Roll over towards your right side, supported by your hand. Arms that are tall into seated posture. Sitting nice and tall. Join your hands in front of your heart. Let's share one Om and 3 Shanti. The Om is the sound of the consciousness in vowel. So we will create Om, 3 sound. 2 vowel, 1 consonant. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.
Santi, Santi.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.